Look at all this, you guys. This is the Elvis room here. The Municipal Auditorium. Oh, they have a rubber Elvis. And look, guys. He took pictures up the stairs. Come on, we'll come back. Take a picture. Take a picture. Hurry up.
Okay, well, we always start over here in the magic square. So if y'all come out here, I think the weather's not going to kill it.
Hold on, baby.
Let's have wet. Because this was a memorial for those who served in World War. And that day at that time was known as Decoration Day. It's now known as Veterans Day. Now what this stands for, there used to be a trolley that used to come up here.
I seen that when I was down here.
That's what this stands
That's what I
for.
thought.
This street used to be known as Grand Street. It's a very wide, famous street.
Told
here.
you, train
It's
used to
now
come
known
down
as
here.
Elvis Presley Street. There's 3 other Elvis Presley Streets. One where he was born in Tupelo, where he died in Memphis, and where he sang in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
They just added Las Vegas like 3 years ago. So those are the other Elvis Presleys. And this street here, because this is,
Where he started, really?
well, it's where he became
Famous, right?
He actually performed on a stage in Arkansas, but there's no kind of recording
Y'all have it.
or anything like that
Y'all have it.
of that kind
Yeah.
of, of the first time he did. There's some secondary recordings of him performing in Arkansas, but at that time they did a loop. They would perform here and then go to Arkansas and Missouri, and they did this whole great big old loop and come back here. And they mainly drove.
Yeah.
Because the Big Bopper died on the plane and everything. So none of them really liked to fly. They drove. They drove buses, campers, cars, or whatever, but they drove. But this is the building, and we're going to go in and start our tour. And if y'all have any questions, I'm Robin. He's Archie. And we're kind of a dual act. So if there's anything you have any questions about, let me know. If there's anybody
Okay, we can stop here for just a minute.
We live in Benton now.
Before we go in.
We moved to Benton about 10 years ago.
The design of the building is Art Deco. This is known as the gingerbread pattern. There are over 1 million brick on the whole exterior of this building. All the bricks were made here on site. This is Louisiana limestone. The light fixtures you see here on the outside, and about 90% of those on the inside are still original. And then they're all imported from Germany.
You said what kind of limestone?
Louisiana limestone.
Where?
We have a lot of granite and stuff like that
Huh.
all over Louisiana.
Hard to find.
Whenever they were digging for other stuff, they would find little bits and pieces.
Sneak, you guys use the
Not a whole
doors.
lot,
The
but
doors
just a
he came
little bit
through
here
all the
and there.
time.
And the architect of the building, Mr. Samuel Weiner, he was also a concert violinist. He wanted his music to stay on the inside and not have the outside noises lead in and disrupt the audience. So in order to do that, he designed the building to have 3 different hallways. This is the first, and as you go in, look how wide the walls are. When you get to the door, notice how thick those are. That's solid oak, and today just one of those doors, and there's 10 across the front, cost about $5,000 each. Let's say, if you go into the first hallway, and if you look to your right, you'll see a little call window. Where you can pick up your tickets and not bother anyone on the inside.
And notice how thick the walls are when you come in.
And I have to stand up
Oh yeah, brick walls. Amazing. And the granite on the bottom. I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Which entrance did he mainly come in? Elvis. You know what I'm talking about, Elvis.
They all came in the back door.
Back door? That's what I thought. I knew it.
Now, this is considered to be the second hallway. That's the first hallway. This is the second hallway.
Pretty.
And it's also called the lobby.
Many times as I've been here, y'all will make me appreciate it so much.
Okay. As we said, the light fixtures are original.
Look, you guys.
They're hand-etched
Original.
glass. These right here, each one of these are hand blown. You can see where the straw was in the middle, and they used to be amber color. If you look that way, you can see what color they were originally.
Oh yeah.
And they had faded through the years. These are called Romeo and Juliet balconies. Now, Werner was Jewish, but they found a little man called King Tut. And this is an Art Deco building. So they kind of did a little bit of Egyptian. See how the shapes of doorways are sarcophagus shapes? And the lotus leaves shapes on top of the lights. But they also found Mayan pyramids. So they were kind of, well, let's throw a little bit of Mayan in there. So you're going to see Mayan shapes everywhere. Now, these actually have a function. Because back in the 20s, they didn't have air conditioning. We had a really fancy system. We had a little guy that went back there and cranked open the windows. And that's how the air would come in. Now, what you're standing on is good old concrete. And of course, everybody does this kind of concrete now. This is stained concrete. It used to be red and green. And through the years of people just walking on it, it's faded. Now, a guy with a stick and a string did this. I can't even draw a straight line. I mean, he just, when you look to see how straight that is, I can't do that. And he didn't have a laser. This was all eye. Now, this building is on the historical listing, not for what you see here. It is on the listing because they said if you were here at the right moment, at the right time, you heard every kind of music made in America. Not just Elvis.
I know.
But blues, bluegrass, country and western, those men with the sparkles on, hip hop, rap, okay, but any kind of music. It's on the same listing with the Washington Monument. So whenever we want to do something, we have to do it with the historical in mind. But like I said, Werner was Jewish. And then when you leave here, if you'll make one block, and make a left and look on the right, you will see his house. It's being made into a bed and breakfast inn. It's a big
It's
old
also
looking
the
house.
house in the first step of True Blood.
If you ever were into vampires, that the Sookie Stackhouse series, when the beginning part of the series, they show Fanning Street, Lucky Liquor, and they show that house because they did like an episode and there were dead bodies or whatever, but it's in that first episode of the house. So if you ever go back to the 80s or whatever, watch that series. But this is the lobby. And we just got it air conditioned 4 years ago, but it was always kind of cool in here. There is a full, complete ballroom above us.
It's pretty.
And a lot of people don't know that. There's a really fancy parquet wood floor balcony above us,
You can't play games.
where
like
soldiers
that.
from
Take
World War
pictures.
II danced away the night. It's still
I
there.
got it. It's okay.
And from here, we're going to go into
Just
the
take
third
pictures for me,
hallway.
okay? Just take pictures. You do the pictures, all right? That's your job. You got a job, I got a job. Kevin Hart. Or Willie Nelson's coming.
Now, above you, this is called a dragon ball. Everybody seen a dragon ball before? This light fixture? The first time you light a dragon ball, the glass crackles. Each one is unique. This is the only one in the building. So in 1929.
This is everybody
they
that's
turned
coming
on the
here, you
lights and
guys.
crackled.
Really
And
nice since
that's the
coming
way it
through.
turned out. I mean, people don't put Dragon Balls hardly in their houses anymore. It
You
was
wanna take pictures
considered
for me?
lucky back then. Archie's going to tell you about the wood.
Alrighty, the wood up there is imported teak. Each one of those little holes is drilled by hand. Not by machine, but by hand.
Imagine the little man sitting there going,
Slide it down. No, I wouldn't have the patience.
the American Legion went door to door to help pass that original bond issue of $500,000, which being a city project wasn't enough money, okay? It ended up being $700,000. Now, in 1929, a lot of things happened. That really, you
It's
know,
okay. I
that
just
still
love
wasn't
their
enough
faces.
money, but that's what they ended up with because this was the first public building with indoor plumbing. The men's and the ladies in the basement. And I always like to tell this little story here because, you know, if you think about it, back then, men wore hats, three-piece suits with vests, overcoats, and these were all cloakrooms. Okay, you know, the men would turn in their hats.
It's like a
and their
little drum.
overcoats.
Dum, 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 dum.
Now, the women would go down to the bathroom, but they very rarely used it because they had a lot of stuff on, you know, they had, you know, a lot of stuff on. So they might wash their hands and do their cheeks. But the men would go down in the bathroom and there got to be a line. And the reason they got a line is, you know, women back in the 20s had the Victorian mirror, so they knew what they looked like. But men were not used to walking down into a bathroom that had a mirrored wall. So you had men down there going, do these tails make me look wide?
Oh, come on, really?
Yes, they had a line. They were not used to seeing themselves from top to bottom. That was a new experience. So you had a line down there of men because they had never seen themselves full length before, and it's a whole mirrored wall, and it still exists.
You guys,
in the
there's,
women's and the men's.
Stairs
Now, we have
out down
current,
there
you know,
that Elvis
bathrooms
stood on and took a
floors, and
picture
the
on. I'm gonna have to
plumbing's
show you
been
guys because
updated
my
down there.
volume
It
was
still
off and I
works
didn't
great.
know it.
And for this building to have a basement bigger than the building in Louisiana is unique, you know, and it doesn't flood, right? It's just really cold. It doesn't flood. It doesn't flood, trust me, it doesn't flood. I've been down there a lot of times. It doesn't flood, but it's really cold down there.
It's cold.
It's cold down there. And if there was ever a coroner's office down there, then you could have kept bodies, but we have no proof of that. But it's really cold down there. But those bathrooms are cold. Okay, so I think that's another reason why doors. Everywhere you
See,
go.
those are the doors, you guys.
First of all, Kokomo had happened up north, and a lot of people burned to death. So they wanted to have exits for everybody to get out. The other reason was in 1929, we had the Jim Crow laws in Louisiana. White went into the right side, and people of color went into the other side. And what they did here is they wanted everybody to use this building. That used to be the dividing line, that road. They moved it behind the building. Texas was 20 miles to get to Texas. That was also, this was Mugginsville. This was the black neighborhood of Shreveport. And they built this brand new building here, and it caused a little bit of a problem. So they put the road behind the building so that everybody could use it. And they put the doors side by side, which is kind of funny. You know, you got the doors side by side. You know, so you got people walking in within, you know, they could touch each other. Which is, to me, it's kind of funny, but, you know, it wasn't my error, it wasn't my fault. The first person who performed on the stage, besides opening day, was all patriotic. It was soldiers and all that and everything. But the actual first person who performed on the stage was Roland Hayes. And everybody's going, who is Roland Hayes? Roland Hayes was a black alto opera singer. He sang for the Tsar, the King of England, and for the President of the United States. And he was born in Georgia. Okay? But he had a voice of an angel. Okay? They invited his mama to come, and she said black women can't cross the state of Mississippi. So she didn't come.
Wow.
But when he sang, people just stopped. He had such a beautiful voice. When they did his tour of Europe, and he got on the German stage, now this was after, this is right after World War I, they threw fruit at him. And he just stood there, didn't move. And then when they got tired of throwing, he started singing. And when he started singing, they all just sat down. That's how beautiful his voice was. They said he had a voice of an angel. And after he would sing all the, Italian songs, he would break into the old hymnals, which kind of threw him off a little bit. Because here you have a black man who could sing
47
Italian,
minutes.
but he also could sing those old southern,
seconds to use.
sweet and low, sweet, cherry eyes. So that kind of threw him off there a little bit. So you can use either door you want. I don't care. So let's go on.
I'm going to the left. Go ahead.
Now this
Can't
area
believe I
right
just
here
heard
was
that, you guys.
redone per federal standards of handicap. So you notice the wood's a little bit different color. There used to be steps. This is how everybody used to come in, except for the regular stars that came in the back door. And when I say everybody, Jumbo the elephant,
There's that
Garland and
stage.
Bailey's big elephant used to come in that front door. Would get off the train on Texas, come across Texas, come up those front steps y'all just came up, come in this front door, come down on its knees, turn its head, that's how big its head was, turn it sideways, come in here, kind of inch in on its
Look
knees,
at all
and
that,
come
you
back
guys.
up, and there's steps. Go straight
There's the
down here and
stage
come right
Elvis
down
sung
the
on.
floor. Because the circus was on the floor.
In here?
In here.
Elvis
This
sung
was
on
the
that
main
stage right
building in
there.
Shreveport. The circus was here. We had the roller derby ladies here, used to throw them out of the ring. Andre the Giant, the world of wrestling, was here. We had I was watching boxing last night from Brooklyn. We used to have the world championship of